Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today we are going to use the Thinlits label card dies. This is how they come actually in this nice plastic packet, and this is actually the main die that makes the Thinlits card. But also with this set you get lots and lots of other little cutters, little Thinlits. I'm actually storing them in one of our DVD boxes. They're in the catalogue on a magnetic sheet because I just prefer that so they don't sort of slide around in the packet. So we're going to use some of these today to make something that I was inspired to make by, this is the flyer that comes with these. I've got some of my my Thinlit samples inside, and I was inspired by this little pocket card here. So we're going to make something similar to that this afternoon. We're going to make this little card here. So what happens when you pull the little card out? This one's got I love you on it, which is one of the messages that's on there. But today I'm going to do one with hi and show you just how to make this. And it's really simple. So we're going to start off with a piece of designer series paper, and this measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 inches, and I have scored here at 2 3/4 inches and at 5 1/2 inches. So we've got a little fold here and then a fold in the middle, and that's actually going to make our pocket. The first thing we want to do to make it nice and easy to pull this piece out, I'm going to cut a little semicircle just there. You can see that a bit easier if I pull it out. And I'm going to do that, she says, going to her cupboard with a 1-inch circle punch. And I'm going to put it in this side and just punch kind of eyeball that to go in the middle. So just taking out that little circle there, and then I'm going to put my little one to get a little folder together. So glue along that line and glue along the bottom. Really could not be simpler to make this little kind of envelope. There we go. So there's our little pocket, and then we're going to make the greeting card to go inside it. So what I've got to go inside it is I've got a front layer of Whisper White and a back layer of basic black. You can have whatever you like as the back layer, but it's just so that when you cut out, which is what this is, the greeting, you can actually see through to a darker colour. Right, well, I've got my big shot here, and I've got my magnetic platform. If you don't already own a magnetic platform, apart from why not, actually you can use your regular platform plus the tab 2 with these dies, but the magnetic just keeps it in place, which is wonderful. So this is one of the shapes that you can get, and we're going to just take that out and just fold that in half, and that's going to be our little tab that helps us pull. There we go. That helps us pull our little card out. Then I'm going to use that to kind of line up to see where we're going to want to cut our hi image, because we want that to be below there. Now I'm right off camera there. Let me bring that back onto camera. Let's have another go. So I'm lining that up there, and I'm going to put that there. So I'm happy with that. Straighten the word, and then we're going to take some scraps of Whisper White, and I want this little one, which is the I love you. I'm going to put use just the little heart off that, and I'm going to have an arrow, and then if I just put that little piece there, I can also have this one here, which is my little label. Okay, and I can pop all those through together. Those pieces are cut. I'll just put my big shot to one side. Right, so taking us through, we have the little arrow, which is going to just pop out quite easily. It's there. And then just to show you, when you're popping out these little ones, you might want a pricking tool to just ease those little bits out. You can use wax paper underneath to make it slightly easier, so wax paper in between your die and your paper. But certainly with these particular dies, I haven't struggled. You just need to be a little bit gentle as you're taking those pieces out, because you don't want to tear those little curls. But they'll come. We've also got this little I heart you, and we really just want the heart from this one. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut the heart off, and that is a really nice little cute heart you get there. And then we've got a little label. Right, I have my little label here. I would have made my life infinitely easier if I had stamped it first, but I'm going to do it now. This is Just For You from Teeny Tiny Sentiments, formerly called Teeny Tiny Wishes. There we go, and I'll put that aside and we'll start assembling the project. Okay, so I have my high here. I've got some basic black behind. You could put any colour behind, or you could actually leave it as they did on the flyer with it just blank. But I think it gives it a little bit more strength to have another layer on it. So I'm going to run some Tombow all the way around the edge there and layer that up. And just to put a nice finish on that, I'm going to use the corner rounder, line those corners up. Some people find this one easier the other way round. My downline Carolyn likes to do hers the other way up with this punch and line it up with the edges, but I like to line up that tiny little bit in the middle. It's just choice there. And then I'm going to put this little piece on the top, which we folded in half. And that's going to be our tab to pull. So just line that up. Give that a press down. And then we're going to pop the heart on with a dimensional. Like that. Isn't that sweet? And then you could write your message underneath there. Let's put this to one side and bring our little package, our little envelope back in. So isn't that sweet? Then to finish that off, we're going to take our tab. Now I wondered with these what these little edge pieces were for. There's one on this one as well. Why we had these pieces. Now these are score lines. Now I don't know whether you can see this on the video, but they're actually little tiny score lines. So you can just gently press, and what you get, can you see, is actually a tag that pops up, which I think is great. Oh, they're so easy to do. And I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow on the back of there and just lay that down. I'll just show you the shape of the other one, which I used on this one. So let's see if we can get that on the camera there. You can see that way around a bit more. Isn't that good? And then the little arrow that we cut, little blobs of glue on there. And then just to finish this project, I'm going to do a little bit of baker's twine. And I think I was using about 22 inches of baker's twine. So that's 10, 22. And I'm using the Island Indigo one here, or you could use the white. 2, 3. And that just goes around about 3 times. And you can tie a knot or a little bow, whichever you prefer. It's going to be a knot today because I'm on the video. Okay. And then just to finally finish, I'm going to take some basic rhinestones, pop one on there. And I'm just going to snip a couple of those so I can get those individually. These are the ones that are all in a little row, but you can, oh, it's trying to escape from me. You can use those individually, so a couple of those. And there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit to Elizabeth's craft room today. Come back soon for more.